it's Harriet Morris here, the eating coach, and welcome to the very first diary entry of 2023 of my Be Seen diaries. What I'm going to do today is the first part of two videos. I'm going to talk to you about how evolutionary psychology can help you improve your body image, and then I'm going to go out in between these two videos and I'm going to do some field work for you, and then you can have a go at this yourself. So what's evolutionary psychology? Well, there's people who know more about this who can give you a detailed explanation. Go and ask Mrs. Google. But in a nutshell, it's basically that inside all of us we've got an inner caveman or an inner cave woman, and that inner cave dweller gets woken up when we sense that our survival might be threatened, because all those thousands, hundreds of thousands of years ago, when we were living in caves, survival was threatened. So that's what we were designed for, to deal with daily threats, and that part hasn't gone away. So for example, whenever you get butterflies in your stomach, that's your, what I call cave brain. And what it's doing is it's saying, I'm nervous, I think this is a threat to life, I think there must be a saber-toothed tiger coming, even if you're in a meeting and you've got something scary to say. So we're going to shut down digestion. We're going to shut down digestion because guess what? We need to run away from that tiger, or we need to fight the neighbouring tribe or something. And that's what butterflies in the stomach is about. It's the fight or flight mechanism, which is all part of what I call cave brain, which is your inner cave woman or inner cave man. So it's always asking two questions. The first is, am I in immediate danger? And the second is my place in the tribe threatened? And the second question about the tribe is the one that's most interesting for your body confidence, because the reason that's a survival issue for your cave brain is that in those days, if the tribe didn't accept us, then we were dead, because we could have been thrown out of the tribe. So this is what's very interesting these days, is I think a lot of people do not feel accepted. They feel that they're not good enough. And body image is, it's like a really popular thing to hang your self-hatred on. So let me explain what I mean about this. So first of all, modern culture has taught us that nobody's body is acceptable, okay? And the second thing is that many people were taught, inadvertently on the most part, that there was something wrong with them, that they should be ashamed of themselves. So can you see how the body becomes a repository for feelings of lack of acceptance, or feelings of I'm not enough? Now this is a problem, because your cave brain will then go, well, if I'm not enough, I might get thrown out of the tribe. Therefore, this is a really dangerous situation. So does this sound really, really depressing to you? I can imagine that it might, but fear not, because I have got an exercise that you can go and do, which is going to turn this around. Because the great thing about cave brain that I discovered since when I created this idea of the cave brain, as in looking around for sources of immediate danger and worrying about if you're accepted in the tribe, the great thing about cave brain is that if you give it different instructions to the ones that culture's just handing out, cave brain's going to listen to you instead of culture. And so you can consciously engineer how acceptable or not your cave brain feels. And this is really important because it does affect your whole happiness. We tend to think of ourselves here in the 21st century as being much cleverer than those ancestors. And you've got nothing to fear but fear itself. But cave brain doesn't care about that. And we've all got this here. And if you feel that you're not enough and that you're consumed by body hatred, then your cave brain is going to be really overactive, and you're going to be giving instructions to be really overactive, and to have this idea that you have to work to be accepted. And for most people that is, well, let me make a lot of myself disappear. So in 2019, when I created this body confident project, I created an exercise which gets in and goes and gives it's different instructions from all the rubbish that's coming from the diet industry and everything. Gives completely different instructions which can make you feel better and make you feel better within a week. And so what I'm going to do is, between this video and next, I'm going to go and try out that exercise, and then I am going to tell you all about it next week, and I'll tell you how it works, and I'll tell you how I've actually got on. Because the thing is that this worked like really well before lockdown, and then in lockdown everything kind of went wrong in lots of ways, and it was very difficult to do, as you will understand when I explain it in the next week. All I want you to do at the moment is just have a think about that, and have a think about how acceptable or not you feel. So that's the end of this diary entry. I am putting on the screen my picture of my full-length picture. As I've said, every week I make a commitment to have a full-length picture of me to start to accept myself again. I haven't got all the answers here. I've got some ideas, but I haven't got all the answers here. There is no substitute for making these videos and putting them out, and then realising that it's absolutely fine, that the sky is not going to fall down when I put these videos out. Okay, that's enough for today. I'll speak to you next week.